Welcome. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Hey,
How you doing today?
Good. Got some good sleep after last night.
I don't know how you could have slept.
Tin Man needs oiled up a little bit.
Yeah.
His knees, back.
I was tired. Yeah, I slept good.
I'll tell you, yeah, I was. I'm my knee and my ankle sore today.
Yeah. Well, we put a lot of ground in, a lot of steps. What's up, Andrew?
Andrew, hello.
Hey, Mike. What's up? LIB.
Mike, hello.
Ramona, don't say.
Mona, hello. Hope everyone had a great Veterans Day.
Yeah. Happy Veterans Day to everyone.
Yep, happy Veterans Day if we missed you.
Yeah. Hello, Heather.
Heather, hello. Yeah, man. So last night, Salt Fork scratched it off the list. Boy, oh boy. It's crazy stuff, huh?
Oh, yeah. Great place. Definitely. That's
Beautiful place.
Definite revisitor.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. When the snow starts flying, we could see some footprints. But I think it was a home run last night, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think we knocked it out the park. Best thing is we went in and did it our way, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And we got good evidence.
Yeah.
Linda, hello. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. Not 100%, but 97% sounds good to me.
For a first visit, that place was actually pretty active and a lot going on. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah. We were getting some weird calls last night. Rocks thrown at us, hitting the water. Got it on film.
Crazy. Yep.
Chase something up a mountain.
Yeah.
And it just kept going up. I mean, it just kept going up and up and up and up. And it just seemed like there was no, hey, guys, we're in the middle. It just, as far as you could see, it just kept going up. I think eventually we would have got to the top, but me and Mike tried.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, Linda, thank you.
Yeah, I was really blown away by just unexpected readings there. Like there's something going on around there. I have to look into it a little bit. I want to see if there's some natural explanation for some of the readings, but it was strange with levels of radiation energy, electro energy, and magnetic energy. It was just there's a lot of it, and it was irregular, but it was back and forth, which was really strange because I've never had spikes like that before.
Yeah, the radiation is what got me. Like, why the high radiation? That's weird for a park. You know,
I've never actually seen the radiation spike anywhere I've been before.
Yeah, we took out everything we had last night.
Hey, Gonzalo, what's up?
Good and slow. Yeah, and I think that we drained the batteries on everything.
Yeah, seeing that energy, it always seems to happen, doesn't it? Whenever we start getting a lot of activity with EMF, seems like it corresponds to our batteries going.
Yeah. Backup batteries. We use the Jackery. Yeah, a lot of lights. I had a UFO out there last night.
Hey, Steve,
holding
what's
on
up?
to a UFO.
Steve, video port from Wisconsin. What's going on?
Steve, how you doing? Greetings from Ohio to Wisconsin. Wisconsin to Ohio.
Yeah, I kind of put a hold on any of my other stuff I was doing because I want to get this video up and ready to go because I want everybody to see all the things, you know, that we, well, from what I documented, I'm sure from what you documented anyways.
Yeah.
You up there.
Lots of hours. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Steve says, love watching your channel. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. You're going to love this next video coming up. Assault Fork. We gave it our all, and I think that we did things our way once again, and I think we came up with some great evidence.
Mm-hmm.
For what, about 3 hours, we all split apart.
Yeah. We got a little bit of everything. I mean, from kind of the extremes that we got. Not too many places we get interactions with like rocks, and something threw several rocks, big rocks, into the water right next to us, into that river. And I mean, they were big. They were big rocks. That was pretty crazy. It was hard to like move on past that area of the water. I kept wanting to hang out, see how many times we were going to throw a rock.
Yeah. Thank you, Linda. We're glad you found us too. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah. So, Tin Man, what do you think about Salt Fork? Beautiful.
Well, I'm ready to go back. I love that place. That was my first time there. I must been by there 1,000 times, but I didn't realize it was so close.
Yeah. We kind of snuck in, away from everybody. Usually everybody visits the south side and goes Bigfoot hunting there. We went right north, and we were all by ourselves. That was nice.
Yep.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah.
A lot of knocks, Heather. Yeah, we did get a decent amount of knocks. At least I did when I was split from everyone.
Yeah, they were kind of weird knocks.
Yeah, very weird.
Different. Wasn't animals or birds or woodpeckers or anything like that, but yeah, it was different knocks for sure.
Yeah, I was kind of worried when you handed me that bear spray. Bears? Oh no.
Oh yeah. Steve-O. Steve, thank you. Steve-O, hello. Goodens, thank you.
Thanks, Gooden. Absentee feed.
Trapper's not here today with us. He went out to the game yesterday. I hope he had a good time. Ohio State won. He was out there, so I'm sure he's recovering today. Let's see. Hey, cameraman, my guys gave you a chat about 2 weeks ago about wanting to get out with you at Salt Fork or whenever. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Next time we head out to Salt Fork, we want to kind of hit the first trip by ourselves and see what we can come up with. I think we did pretty good. Bob, hello. Wilbur, hello.
Bob, what's up?
Yeah. And the last couple hunts that we've done, we've been in areas where we couldn't get reception, but man, they were amazing hunts. Can't wait to get them up. And yeah, awesome. There he is. There's Trapper.
Hey, Trapper.
What's up?
I was just saying you went to the football game yesterday. Wasn't sure if you were gonna make it in.
Yeah, I got in this morning. Early this morning.
Yeah. So Trapper, we went out to Salt Fork yesterday.
Yeah, how was that?
Amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool out there.
Mm-hmm.
I go out there. I've been out there quite a bit by myself. More people I know out there.
Yeah, amazing. We went to the north side.
Okay.
We were by ourselves. It was pretty good. Got a lot of strange activity. High spikes on the meters. Rocks thrown at us.
Shoot. More
Hit
than more.
water.
Like four or five rocks. I've never seen that before. I was really stunned when that happened, man. I was almost like having a hard time believing it.
Yeah. I mean, even down there, the park rangers, we even talk about them there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can go at any park ranger up there and they'll talk about it. You can actually go in the visitor center and they'll talk about it too.
Yeah. Funny thing is, we didn't see no park rangers. We didn't see nothing.
One hunter, I think that was about it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good time. We took all the equipment down. Time the night was over. We were there, what, about 9 hours?
I think so. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We filmed.
7, 8 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
You guys stop at the burger place on your way out? There's a really awesome burger place on the way out there.
No.
I was ready to stop back at my bed.
Yeah.
I was tired, man. I was beat.
7, 8 hours of hiking through there with about 80 pounds on your back. Time 11 p.m. hits, you're done.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get there around 1:30, about 1:30 in the afternoon, and got out of there around 10.
Yeah. 10:30, I would say.
10:30.
Yeah, that was the last game I'm going to go to this year. We only got like 2 more games of regular season left, and so I don't plan on going to any. I mean, the last one's against Michigan, and that's actually in Michigan, so I'm not going to that one.
Yeah. Steve-O says, growing up, my family would always take us to Pipston. I don't got my glasses. Or Hawks Nest State Park. Now that it keeps on. Let me catch back up to it. Now that I'm into that stuff, really want to go back and hit up those places again. Laugh out loud. That and New River. Awesome.
Yeah, I've been whitewater kayaking. I used to do a lot of that when I was younger in my days, and I kayaked the New River Gorge, if that's where he's talking about. That's a pretty cool area down there.
Yeah. Viv, hello.
Hello, Viv.
Steve says, can you tell me what got you interested in searching for Bigfoot and etc.? I found footprints in the snow. Seems like it was, what, 2 winters ago? Yeah, it was 2 winters ago. Yeah, footprints in the snow, went down there. And they said a lady called in to Park Services and the sheriff's station. And I said to myself, there has to be prints. If there's one down there, and I know where the sighting was, there has to be prints. And seen the prints, but also down there, what got me was I seen prints go into a tree, and then there was no prints leaving. Just going to a tree, and that was it. And it wasn't like a big tree. It was, about maybe 10 feet tall.
Yeah, that happened when we were there that one time over in West Branch. We found those tracks when we were filming and went to that tree. Followed them to the tree, and then they were just gone.
Gone. Yeah. And then what, Trapper, you emailed me saying that I needed help.
Oh yeah. Because, yeah. I own a business, I own a trapping business. And then I'm also a professional tracker as well. And I saw you get lost in those woods that one day, and I emailed you. I'm like, for you not to get lost in those woods again, I guess. But yeah, I mean, then you took me out. I know you put me on a test. Yeah. And I was just shocked to see what I saw out there. You showed me some tracks that I couldn't explain and I'd never seen in my entire life. And I've tracked all over the United States, and I could never see those. I had never seen tracks like that before.
Anyone? Thank you. Yeah. And then which got Tin Man hooked. And which got MT hooked.
Call from spam risk.
I got my phone ring.
Yeah. So out of these last couple hunts, which one did you like the most? Now take out Salt Fork. The screams were crazy. That night when we got those screams, that was weird. We're not going to say where.
Yeah.
We're going back there.
Yeah, I think that last time when we were there and we were hearing all those weird sounds coming from over by the river. That night we were live there, and it seemed like activity's been high around there. I think that was probably the best one.
Yeah, both times. I think both times I said reminded me when me and Trapper were caught in the middle of some things going on. I think a brawl for the area.
The ones that we cut the live because we
got those same kind of screams. And then something sounded like a woman running through the woods screaming. And I think someone said that she was probably, holding a baby running through the area, getting away from them two fighting or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy. But that was on live. Y'all heard that. No denying. That was a pretty crazy night.
Yeah, and then later on, Tin Man and I were over near the bank of the river, and something extremely large either jumped in or just got thrown and went in the river, and it was probably the loudest like splash I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It was something huge. Whatever it was that hit the water was huge.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy too.
Yeah, I heard a lot when you guys were up top too, but eventually I got comfortable with it. Really bothered me at first, but when you guys were up top, it sounded like a big drop in the water. You know how water makes noise when it comes out of the faucet and you get one drop. Well, it was like a overblown drop coming out of a faucet, and I thought, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought, oh, I got to sit down.
Right. Hey, Mike, can you read a couple of these off? I don't got my glasses.
Yeah. See, Robert joined. What's up, Robert?
Robert.
Live. Yep. Welcome. Let's see. Mary asked if there was any overnight camping coming up this year.
Breeze coming up.
Yeah. What else we got here?
Yeah, Claim 3. I can't wait to get back in there. Some of the footage that I got from his window is kind of weird. I'm so behind on getting videos up, though. It's getting them all caught up from all the hunts going on.
Call from Spam Risk.
Steve, he said, I think the one where you pointed out the mounds and it turned out something was right in front of you. That was wild.
Yeah.
It's my cat scratching on something. If you hear that.
Yeah, and that thing coming out of the mound, that was weird with the four arms or whatever that was, that kind of light anomaly.
Yeah.
Remember, I just showed you that, yesterday, 2 days ago?
Yeah, that was weird. That was one of the strangest, I don't know what that was, but it looked like some kind of energy that was bright. It looked like some weird alien thing. It was strange.
Yeah, it had 6 arms or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It looked like like a drag strip starting light with the pairs of lights that come down.
Yeah.
It was weird looking.
Yeah, and the color was way off.
What's up, Trevor?
Oh man, this cat don't want to go nowhere.
Yeah, mine just got down off my lap finally. He's scratching somewhere. Thanks, Ramona. Yeah, Viv took the picture of that. Yeah, Viv, I think that's the one we're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, the overnighter at Claim 3, huh? That's going to be, I've been looking forward to that since we talked about it.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Nick said the earth is flat and Bigfoot is real.
Hey.
Let's
Can't
see.
argue with that.
Janine. Hello, Janine. Hey, guys. I just wanted you to know, sure do appreciate all you do for us. Best channel on YouTube, hands down. Thank you.
Robert, hello. Thank you.
Steve, that question you asked, Steve, I guess for me, about interested in searching for Bigfoot, I guess West Branch, I was doing my research and I was kind of doing what I do normally and wasn't expecting anything to show up like it did when I was there. And I saw something that was big, moving on two legs. Didn't know what it was, but it wasn't a human. And it sure wasn't a spirit or anything, like phantasmal. It was some kind of a being, creature. And then that kind of changed my thoughts about what else is out there. And I kind of started, expanding my wanting to know, expanding my research to see what else is out there.
Yeah, no, boy, we ran into some crazy stuff.
I know I always bring this up, but it makes me kind of like excited or kind of giddy. I remember the first time taking Tin Man out. That seeing people like that, taking them out the first time. I mean, Jack, you and I have been working together almost 6 months, almost a year before we took Tin Man out.
Yeah.
And watching him go out the very first time, I mean, in that 6 months to a year, we had a lot of crazy stuff go on.
Yeah.
Then so I was almost getting used to it already. Then bringing Tin Man out the first time a rock was thrown at us. Mrs. Trapper was with us at one time too, and the first time that the rock was thrown, I can't get that out of my head on Tin Man. How it's like
beep 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 beep.
Yeah.
I can never forget that.
I'm going to turn that into a ringtone.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a beep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is real life. This is real life.
Come the real words to go with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Viv. Oh, yeah, we'll be putting up a tent and having a fire to keep warm, and we'll be out there.
Linda said Remlap, Alabama. I don't know if you already read this. If you did, I missed it. They had a Bigfoot. They saw a baby, I guess, Bigfoot in a tree. They used paramilitary binoculars, so it was easy to identify him up on Pine Mountain. That's interesting. That'd be something to see.
Yeah.
Hey, Ramona.
You can always send in anything that you guys get if you want us to check it out. You can go to the homepage and go to the About section and then scroll all the way down, and there's an email there. You can click on and email us, and just let me know in an email if you want me to share it or share it with the guys or share it with everybody. And also you can come to the Cameraman Facebook page, and that's where all the evidence goes and some amazing stuff. Great community, safe community. You can talk about anything you want to, Bigfoot wise. You keep it clean because, we keep it family friendly here. And yeah, it's a good time. A lot of great people, great community. They do a lot of work to find the evidence too, and it's awesome.
Yeah, Viv said there's so many around you don't know. It's amazing how they're all so close to us. Yeah, and it seems like what we were reading yesterday could have been that. A lot of our measurements and readings.
Yeah.
All these weird spikes of radiation energy and electric and magnetic. It was constant a lot of the times, and it seemed to kind of move. When I was in an area by myself, when I first started noticing it, it seemed like I would move and it was clear, and then it would come back again.
Right.
And then I would ask it to come to me again when it stopped, and then it would go off again. And that's going to be some of the stuff I show when I post this. And it seemed like it was moving with me and even getting close to me when I asked it to. So it seemed like something was there, but there was nothing I could see. I heard some things, I heard that weird knocking like Jack heard, very strange kind of knocking.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just strange. I think that when I went far north, I think we were all a couple miles apart. But when I was far north, as I could go, I started feeling weird energy. Like, it's hard to explain, like that feeling when you get hungry and you're like, man, I feel hungry, and you get that weird energy feeling.
Yep.
But it was kind of more like a nervous feeling, like somebody's walking behind me and you turn around, there's nothing there. You ever get that feeling like when somebody walks in a room and they walk in a room?
Yeah, all the time.
There you go. That
just
feeling.
Like that one that blew in my ear that one time.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever it was, blew in my ear that one time.
Right. So what I did when I got that feeling, I started collecting seed pods from trees and, kind of nuts and stuff, and just showing it that we're there not to harm it. And then what I did is everything that I collected, I made moved all the leaves and set it down, for it. And I was like, take it, it's yours. And I'll be damned. We went back and it was gone. It was gone where I left it.
I'll be right back. I think someone's at the house. I'll be right back.
All right.
If you need help.
Yeah, well.
Leave the mic on.
LIB, thank you. He gifted a thing. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, Drones over Michigan with Randy and Morgan. What's up? And Daniel, what's going on, man?
Hello.
What's up, Karen?
Hey, Karen.
Michigan.
LIB said,
Daniel, how you doing?
7K. Almost 7K. Congrats from LIB.
Thank you.
Lenny from Sheffield in the UK.
The UK in the house. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we got some good stuff. I mean, we've been out a lot. I mean, I'm so far behind on getting videos out. It's like what I want to push. I got so much to push out, so much to show. It's like, okay, I start putting them in order and then I'm like, oh man, but this one's a little bit better. Oh God, here's another one, and then we go out for another one. It's like, man, this was really good. So this one, I'm going to push this one to Salt Fork to the front, get that up, and get that up in a day or two.
LIB said that he put the link up to my channel. Thanks. And then he said, I always forget Tin Man's channel. Laugh out loud.
That's funny.
Tennessee Ridge Runner. Is that right, TN? Is that what that's supposed to mean?
Ridge Runner, how you doing?
What's up?
Karen, hello.
Oh, okay, Missouri. I got you.
Yeah, about 96% better, Karen. Thank you for the links, Long Island. Check his channel out, y'all. Click on his little icon. Go subscribe to his channel. He does great work. He's out every day. He's out doing something. He don't miss a beat. Good
and stuff. I think I saw a short, right? LIB, you got a short for one a video you got that you just released. I was watching that. I think one that you're putting out recently with the rocks. I saw you communicating with the rocks. I can't wait to check that out.
Yep. Oh yeah, they love the glow sticks. We had one missing last night. I put up 8 of them, sprayed them all down with pheromones, put an orange one where the gifts were, and one was missing. Jamie, thank you.
Thanks, Jamie.
And they like those glow sticks, and it seems like they like certain colors. which is crazy. It doesn't seem like the blue ones anymore. It's like the green ones they like. When me and Tin Man were out, we went out on a hunt, me and Tin Man did, and we put some glow sticks at the beginning of the trail that we took, about the middle of the trail, out in the very top of the trail, and something took them, moved them to a whole different trail, but only two of them. They moved two of them, and then took one of the glow sticks and put it up in a tree. I mean, and it was way up there, wasn't it, Tin Man? It was.
Oh God, yeah, it was
the weirdest thing ever. It was like me and Tin Man standing way back, and it's like we're watching this glow stick go up, 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 up.
Yeah, and we used the glow sticks to find our entrance and our exit. So we were all fouled up because
Oh yeah,
actually going out a different way.
Yep.
That was something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so when on the way out, we hopped on this trail thinking that was the trail that we used, get, 25% up it. And it's like, uh-oh, this isn't the trail. What happened? And then we were lost.
Yeah.
Luckily we got out of there.
Well, there's been a couple times, when I had to hit the compass and see which direction we were going into, because I became disoriented a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Because of maybe the darkness or whatever, but I was going in a completely different direction. I thought I was.
Oh yeah.
So that's happened to me real bad twice.
Yeah, it's happened to Mike out on a hunt, and he was 10 feet off the trail.
Yeah, that was over there by the sanatorium. There was like that area that kind of was like it just had like a dome style opening around all the brush and inside, and I was working around both sides, and I actually got turned around on where I was at because I didn't have any like glow stick markers like where to reference me to where I went in or out. Then I tried going out the way I thought was the right way, and it wasn't. I end up like going further away, and then it was literally that close to the trail, but I turned the wrong way thinking I was going the right way. And I end up further away, and then spiral from there.
Oh yeah.
And then sit there and make noise and shine my light, see if Jack could find me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the sheet of paper and the bells. I want to do both of those. Be surprised if we get something writing something down.
What about the time, Jack, that when you and I are out there and we in Life 360 showed us going across the lake?
Yeah,
we went from one area to the other area in less than 5 minutes, and it was like miles.
Yeah, it was like 7 miles on both our devices that we had. It wasn't just one device, showing. It was both our devices that we were holding. We made it all the way down the trail, and just like that, we were back at the beginning.
Yeah,
and our devices showed us going down, like getting to the end of it, and then shooting right back up within minutes.
Yeah, we were supposed to end at our vehicles, but we actually ended at our starting point. We're actually where we actually started filming. That was crazy.
Yeah. That was scary.
Like some Bermuda Triangle stuff.
Yep. It was like we hit a wormhole. I mean, everything looked like it was supposed to look like, and then we walked forwards and we were right at the beginning. It was like, what the hell's going on? We looked at the 360s, both devices, he had a device, I had a device, and it showed both our devices going back across the lake within minutes, like 7 miles in 4 minutes.
Or that time that Mike, you and I were out, and that storm hit us just out of the blue.
Yeah.
Tree fell. That was crazy. No.
That was like almost seemed like we were getting hit by a freaking like hurricane or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, instantly trees falling around us. Yeah, that was scary too.
What's up, Vincent? Vincent, what's up?
Vincent, how you doing? It says love Tin Man's whoops. Yeah.
Thank you.
For some reason, I have like a whooping voice crack when I do it. Oh, my cat's about to turn off my computer.
Steve-O
No.
says, I've been debating.
I think they're screams. Help me.
Steve-O says, I've been debating. What do you fellas think? Mind speak, telepath, or ventriloquism? I ask because I've heard encounters of mind speak, but also heard. Oh, I lost it again.
Just heard you guys describe muscle movement in the neck.
Yep. Huh.
Well, Trapper, you had a pretty interesting encounter that might have something to do with that.
Or the one that was in the bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the best person to explain that one is pretty much Jack. I mean, I don't remember much of it. All I can remember is what I was staring at in these bushes. I mean, I was very close, very, very, very close, but I can see his head poking through the bushes, looking at me.
Yeah.
It was like something was talking to you, but
I guess
nobody else saw it or heard it.
Yeah, I guess this thing. I guess I was knelt down. It's in our videos in the first long videos ago. I was knelt down, talking to this thing.
Yeah, and he's like,
what I was saying.
Yeah, he's like kneeled down, and he turns around, and he's all like, "It has such beautiful eyes. I see it. It's right there. Oh my God, you should see it. Its eyes are so beautiful." And I'm like, "Oh my God."
Oh, jeez.
Hey, Sally Joe and Pat. What's up?
Sally
Thanks,
Joe,
Ramona.
Pat.
And then, then you just got up when you were like, I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, I had not a clue.
And I'm like, is it still there? You're like, no, I don't see it. But I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah, I didn't have a clue.
Pat, Sally Joe. Yeah, man.
Let's talk about like maybe some form of mind speak or communication. I mean, maybe what you saw wasn't right there, but it was still communicating to you somehow from somewhere else even.
Right.
And you were seeing what they were projecting to you. It might not have been right there, but it was, you saw it right there.
Yeah, that is true. It could.
I mean, I've tried talking to it without using words, just using my brain, but it's something that if you're not used to it, you know what I'm saying? You can just think like, okay, that's my brain making me think this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I always thought. I felt like if I asked a question in my head, is it my self-conscious, replying back to me what I would want to hear? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or is it something else out there, And part of that scares me doing that anyways, because that's like kind of knocking on a door to where you don't know what will answer,
Right.
And it'll keep talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys know I have issues with that. I mean, I'm just not, being with Mike, going out with Mike. I'm just now getting used to it.
Constance, hello.
Hey, Constance, what's up?
Yeah. So with the mind speak, I get it. But like I said, there's always that, what is replying back? This world is a crazy place.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I want to just think, in my own head, to keep me sane, I kind of just want to believe that these things are just creatures that live out there that we haven't discovered. That's what I want to believe. But I mean, I'm being naive too.
Right.
I'm staying in my little bubble, I guess.
Right. Well, there's always like, when I get interaction out there or I go alone, I've seen a lot of things, man. And I'm telling you, I've seen some bad things and I've seen good things. Weigh it out. I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you one thing one day and I'll tell you one thing the next day, I guess. Just depends how I feel. But I've seen a lot of bad things, and I had a lot of bad things happen out there.
You know,
So,
when I'm out there hiking, when I'm out there by myself hiking, and you know, I mean, even on the last video I put up when I went out just for a hike, I feel like there's some things following me, especially where I hiked the last time I hiked. I knew the area and I knew we've all been out there before. I know we've done investigations out there. So I try to let that go. But because you guys know how I do when I go hiking. You know, I'm constantly on trail. I even got turned off the trail. I don't know if I haven't talked to you really any of you guys since the hike, but I know that trail and I've hiked my entire life. And I literally got off the Buckeye Trail and I started heading down some trail that I didn't know. It was green markers. So I had to actually turn around. I thought that trail would actually meet up with the Buckeye Trail again, and it didn't. It turned into another trail. It was a white markers. And I'm like, my GPS is telling me it's going to hook up with the Buckeye Trail, but I kept getting further away from it. So I finally had to turn around and go back where I missed it. And that whole entire time, I don't know how I missed the trail. I mean, it was covered up a little bit, you know, because the leaves are on the ground. But I know that trail, and it just it confused me. But that whole entire hike, I felt like something was following me. Well, I mean, and then when a lot of the people watched the video, I'm constantly getting people sending me pictures of them finding things out there, finding, you know, they were taking, you know what they, you know, like CP was sending me pictures. Sally Joe sent me pictures of what was actually out there, you know, because when I'm hiking, I'm concentrating on that trail because I got to stay on that trail. You know, if not, you get turned around and you can be gone. Especially on the Buckeye Trail, it's 1,400 miles. I mean, eventually I'll come out to a road, but you know, it's crazy. And but yeah, I mean, so they showed me pictures that I didn't even know I was out there because I was hiking it, you know, concentrating on my hike. I mean, Tim, man, you know how it is when you go out hiking, you're concentrating on your hike. And, you know, in hikers, you know, and that's what hikers do, you know, so they don't get lost out there. And
so do you think they, you know, kind of took you off trail? Because I'm still on the fence. Okay, here, let's put it this way. Am I on the fence? Mind speak, I believe it. I believe that could happen. Yes. Mm-hmm. Have I had it happen for me? No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I believe they took you off trail.
I believe they took me off trail. You know, because I kept saying on my video that I want to at least make it to the lake. Well, that was a shortcut to the lake, you know, and I didn't know that was a shortcut to the lake. Well, it took me to the lake, but I wanted to stay on the Buckeye Trail to get to the lake on the back side of it. Because there's some beautiful views on the very back side of there. And so, yeah, it literally took whatever it was, took me off trail, and it put me on another trail, a whole different trail system. You know,
so what do you think, man?
I don't know. It's beyond me. I know I've seen a lot of things out there that I don't even want to talk about.
MT, what do you think? Mind speak? Anything different?
Well, after Trapper's experience, I mean, that should pretty much kind of let all of us know that something on that level was possible, and it happened right there. And the incident you had with the 360 and the coordinates and the weird directional change.
Yep.
No, that could correspond to, like, you know, some of the readings we get, some of the changes of the magnetic field and things. I mean, maybe it has something to do with it, but it definitely seems like something like that has happened and probably can happen again. We just don't maybe know how or why. So I guess you got to just be wary of it.
Oh, yeah. Some weird stuff. I agree with you, Tin Man.
Yeah. Things we can't say. You know, just remember the story where I told that fella that, well, he told me this story when he was down in Florida. He says, well, I've been holding back all my life that I've seen one and was afraid to talk about it. Well, I've got since I've heard him, I have a few of those myself now. About a month ago, I was tent camping.
Yeah. So
after what I saw, I just packed up and left. And I'm not going to say what it is. So,
I mean,
I know
I can't go tent camping by myself anymore.
And that's the thing. When you're out there hiking, I can't. I know I do a lot. I do investigations with you all, so I know what I'm doing when I'm out there. But I'm able to switch on and off, and I don't know how I can do it, but I can switch myself on and off, even when I'm out there hunting. Because I do a lot of hunting, I do a lot of trapping. Of course, I own a business, so I do trapping. But when I'm out in those woods, I can turn it on and off on what I'm out there to do. And of course, I find things out there when I'm hiking or hunting or tracking or whatever I'm doing out there. I find things out there, like tree bends, tree breaks, and like in my hiking videos, I try not to show them, because I'm out there literally to do a hike. And like in my last video, I saw a big X. And the X was two full-size trees that actually made an X. And I'm like, I even said in my video, you guys tell me is this natural or not? And it did not look natural for me. But I did show it, but you can't help not showing it because it's still there. But I can turn it on and off. But just like when I got, it took me off trail, it really confused me. And I can't imagine what other hikers that don't do this, they are out there just to hike and just to camp. Before I got involved with you guys, when I go hiking, I've gone solo hiking and you hear bumps and stuff in the woods at night, but you kind of just pass it off. It's a raccoon or it's a deer or whatever it is. Now this whole thing makes you turn and think about anything else. I mean, just like Tin Man, you're out there camping. I can't tell you how many times I solo camp out in the woods. But, it makes you start thinking now. Do you really want to do it? And it's like when I get out there on trail, especially, make these videos and stuff, I catch myself hurrying back, like, getting to my point. And I feel like something's pushing me to get back. And I'm not, and you don't want to do that while you're hiking. You're out there to enjoy nature and look at the scenery, but now it's weird, it's getting harder, I guess I want to say, to try to turn it off and not off. It's getting harder to do it that way.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's almost like when you open this door, it's hard to shut it.
Yeah, it is.
And then once you start seeing things come through that door, it's always open. It's always open.
Yeah. I mean, just like last year, me and my son was out deer hunting and we heard two knocks. Now, my son's not involved in any of this. He looked at me. He goes, Dad, what was that? And it's an area that we've investigated before, and we're out there hunting. And I'm like, I told you before we came out here, there's some weird stuff out here. So you just have to keep that in mind, because we heard two knocks way in the distance, and we weren't around anybody. I mean, there was anybody out there.
Oh yeah, Karen.
Yeah, thanks, Karen.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like any other field of work, the paranormal field. I mean, yeah,
when you focus and do it so much, it's kind of like any situation you go in where it's similar. You kind of start doing that, same kind of things. You're paying attention and listening to certain things just like you would, so.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like when it gets dark out, even around here or even around the house, when it gets dark out outside, when I'm letting the dogs out, my ears are always, like, damn, are they getting close?
Yeah, it's really interesting with the guy at Claim 3, though. You know, like, couldn't imagine living somewhere like where, you know, like him and having to be interacted with and you don't know why. And you're just kind of like, you know, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, at Claim 3, you know, we were over there that night and we saw what we saw, Jack, and we had to make a stand.
Yeah,
I'm glad we did. I'm glad we didn't run.
I seen Steve-O say it freaked him out. It freaks him out when they drop down like spiders. Well, I'll tell you what, that's what me and Tin Man see. We seen it with our own eyes.
Yeah.
And it was coming towards us, and we were like, you know, we held our ground. Tin Man I was just like, come on, let's just go, you know, because I wasn't even going to deal with it. When it does that when you see something go, thump, coming towards you, you're like, all right, man,
like a seal
yeah, you got me, man. All right, I'll go. But no, we still, you know, Tim Man's like, no, let's stand our ground, and we did.
Yeah, you have to stand your ground at some point.
Yeah,
because you know, there was nowhere to run.
No, it was coming. It was right there. Believe it or not, I mean, we only show you what we see, you know. I don't know. I know what I seen. And that jelly thing. The hand coming out at me on thermal. We were all there. I was live. You know? When I seen that
three's different
in front of us. You remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was the first visit there.
Yep.
The hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I was there for that one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember. I was not with you guys, but I remember you calling on the radio to get over there.
You guys were right behind me.
Yeah, both of us were away. And,
that's right. Yeah, I was with you, I think, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were like, I don't know, what, 25 yards away, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
If that.
Yeah, we were close, just around you. We kind of were spread out.
And I seen that thing, and then it looked like its hand went like that. You know, I got a flash that went like that, and I started snapping. I was live, holding the camera, going, "Whoa! I just seen a hand."
Like, this thing's expensive. Don't take it.
You know, it was hard to tell because the screen's only, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be damned. It was a hand.
Mm-hmm.
I still believe it was a hand. I mean, you look at it, and that's what you see is a hand.
Well, yeah, definitely. That's a clear hand.
Mm-hmm. And you kind of see the form of something right in front of me. Oh, yeah. I mean, strange stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of strange stuff in 2 years of doing this.
Yeah, that adventure in Helltown was pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That was an interesting time, too, over there. That one area we worked our way over towards the back half of the night when we crossed that bridge, and we found our way up towards the one end where the road is, and then we found that old house that was abandoned.
Yeah.
I think up in that area is probably where a lot of the remnants might still be of the old town. Would like to go up there sometime and explore the other area we can get to.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Tag me in.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, we seen that old abandoned house back there.
Yeah,
So
right on the way out.
Cut over to the left side and go up that area. There'll be more of those.
Mm-hmm. Haven't found any of it. That was the first time I've seen any of the remnants of the old town, because they say that it wasn't all demolished yet.
Steve, hello. Yeah. Grimmer. That I know, in 1978. Yeah, amazing stuff for sure. Oh yeah, the video on Helltown, definitely strange.
Yeah, you guys wore me out. I was hoping you guys would have turned around so that would cut the hike a little bit shorter, but no, you didn't. You kept on going.
We made the big loop, the big circle.
Yeah, my legs were killing me. I thought, when are they going to turn around? You guys never did.
You know what? I would have been right there too to turn around. Got to cross that bridge, and that was the direction I always felt as where the base of the old village used to be, was that way. And the first time I really tried to explore, I never made that left to go there. I always went straight, which came out to where, the far end is. And I was always like confused. I'm like, there's really doesn't seem to be anything around here. And then when we crossed that bridge and went over, and I seen how it kept moving towards that, I don't know what direction we were facing, but that hillside. And then we ran into the old road that was broken up. And this is the road that I think I heard about. Then I was like, I got to keep going now. I'm like, I got to see where this is going, because this is where I always suspected the old town used to be. So that kind of rehyped up my, keep going mode, because before that I was kind of like, all right, I'm like, it's probably about time to turn back around.
Oh yeah, we put on some miles that night. Holy God.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Tammy.
Tammy, hello. This says Helltown. Lots of evil there. Be careful. Yep.
Yeah. And Sally Joe just asked, did we come across that tunnel that the Wendigo took from the girl, or that took the girl from? We were looking for it. I think that was the direction that we could probably find some of that. Is that way? Yeah, that way we got to, but that was right towards the end.
Yeah, we got to the abandoned house that was all blocked off, and we called it a night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there's I'm going to say this, but there's stuff we saw that we can't talk about. So
lots of, that's all the time. Yeah. A lot of stuff that we can't talk about.
We can't talk about. Yeah, it's interesting.
Wish we can.
Yeah, I wish we could too, but we can't. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. We know what happens when we talk about it. We talk about it, they take it. So
yeah.
Yep.
I'd like to find the old school bus there. I always heard about that old school bus that's supposed to still be there. That's the kind of stuff I want to find. Some of those old remnants are still there.
I thought that was on the trail in, like in the beginning of the trail.
Well, that's the thing is, I don't know. Like, I never really know what the trail in is, because I've never found I've never found any of the village remnants to know where in is. There's the road, but the road is everything's woods, and there's like nothing that looks like any remnants of homes or anything, except that first home we saw right when we were leaving.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The first piece.
I know I haven't been back there with you guys, but so you guys have not even found the old butcher house yet, the old butcher barn?
Oh yeah.
That's kind of way away from where I think the actual village is, though.
I thought that's where the school bus is at, by the butcher barn.
If it was, it's not there anymore.
Yeah, if it was, it's not there no more.
Yeah, so maybe it is gone, but those little details really don't know, because nobody really updates that from the past. They just have been there in the past when they found those things, and nobody ever nobody ever goes back on years later to update and be like, oh yeah, it's gone, because you probably never go back.
Yeah, Sally, we were at the Stanford house. We got to the Stanford house at the end.
Yep.
Yeah, we knew where the Stanford house was. Yeah, I know where all the markers are now, though. So when we go there next.
Yep.
There's a nice little map.
Okay, so the Stanford house is actually the beginning. For some reason, I was thinking the bridge was the beginning, where it's blocked off, where you can't go over the bridge.
That's just part of it.
Yeah, the old road that was closed off is right by the Stanford house.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's the road they call the road to the end of the world, or whatever they call it. Yeah, that's right by the Stanford house. But I had gone through there the times I did. I never found anything resembling, or any of the old homes, or anything that supposedly was still standing. I just found trails and woods. And when we got all the way over to the far end by that road up by, I don't know what route that is, that main road, but there was an old home that was collapsed and condemned down that was still sitting off to the woods in the back. And I seen that and I'm like, this might be some of the area where there might be more homes, but it was up all the way up by that end.
Yeah, Sally, they say they were all tore down, but there's still some there. We've seen them.
Saw at least one.
Yeah.
And I think I may have mistook which road people always talked about. There was a lot of accidents where people went off the roads, I guess because some of the old roads were just really like no shoulders. And you see how steep those drops are off the sides of where the old road is. But there is another road on that trail we took, I'd never been on, that one off to the side, which is in the video.
Yep.
That road right there could very well be the one road I heard a lot about with so many accidents over the years. So I think the main part of the village was probably up over on that side.
Yeah.
Further off to that direction. We never really
Where
got
they busted up all that road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where that weird jacket was just sitting there tied around the tree. I don't know who would just leave their jacket tied around the tree right on the trail, but someone did.
Yeah, there was some disturbing stuff there that we can't talk about, but yeah.
Well, Mike, remember when we went to the left and Jack went to the right? We went to the left before we got to that one intersection. When we first climbed the hill, we went back in there and you were doing your recording. And then we saw these campfires that somebody cut some wood.
Oh, yeah.
Campfire. Remember that?
Uh-huh.
And, there's supposed to be a lot of devil worship and things going on, but I think that might have been a site for that. Well, we left there and then we went over across the way where Jack was, and we tried to help him out. And then you and Jack went down that ravine. Oh my God, it must have been at least 200 feet down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I refused to go down there because I know I'd never get back up. But I don't know how you guys did that. But that was interesting up in there.
Oh yeah.
I captured something weird on the thermal too. There was something weird that I was getting a signature up on the hillside there. And it wasn't, I was looking up there with the light and it didn't seem to match up to anything that I seen. And then we seen eye shine too coming from that
red
way.
eyes. Yep.
Red eyes coming from the other way.
Yep.
That area around there was pretty strange.
Yeah. That one area towards the end that was all flat. Got to do a hunt there. What's there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what's there.
Yeah, I know. As soon as we got there, as soon as we got to that location, we got out of our cars and we started walking in. The first thing we hear is somebody out in the woods right next to us. And
yeah, you remember were throwing stuff?
Yeah. I thought, oh no.
Right when we got out of the cars, bam, stuff hitting the trees, falling in the road. It was like, what the? I was like, stop it.
Yeah. But that actually happens a lot when we go out and do stuff like that. We get bombarded at first and then it kind of evens out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bruce Davis. What's up, Bruce?
Hey,
Bruce, how you doing?
George. What's up, George?
George, how you doing?
My stuff up.
Viv, Wendigo there.
Yeah, Steve-O. Cult, paranormal portal. Yeah, remember there was that big incident that happened there. Remember with the cult? The FBI came up and had to they had a big shooting there with the cult that was up there.
Yep.
Yeah, that area. Yeah, that area's got that in its history too. But then I think that is where the lure of why the cult was there goes all the way back to that early settlement, how it kind of branched off because of the Wendigo The people that started it were like the ones who tried to appease the Wendigo, started sacrificing animals, and eventually it turned into some kind of human sacrifice to keep appeasing the Wendigo. But I think that's where the cult lore, like where it started, that weird group of cult members started, was from all the way back then. Yeah, but there was a big shootout there. The FBI was there, and it was because of that cult.
Yeah.
And how long ago?
Daniel says, so what is the main objective? To see them on camera, to hang out with them, or even get killed by one? Just trying to get an understanding of your fascination with them. I want to get one on camera so you all get to see it. I mean, that's the objective. I don't want to just tell you about it. I don't want to tell you about my encounters. I want you to see them firsthand, you know? So would you rather believe what I'm saying or see it for yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, they said the fascination is it. That's what leads you to kind of maybe obsess over it, or to just want to continue finding out more. And for me, this just kind of went hand in hand with videoing it and documenting everything so you can see it with me. Yep. That way, the experiences I'm talking about that have happened, not all of them have happened at the times when I was filming, but for the most part, all of them have been captured for wherever I've been.
Yep.
That's kind of what I want.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want you to believe my encounters. I want you to see them.
See and hear them.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I mean, we're not going to be able to do this forever.
Oh, yeah. We can.
Well,
you're only as old.
I do remember a time where we both carried backpacks out.
That's
on top
true.
of having our own out.
That's true. A lot of times we leave them in the car, you know, in the vehicles now.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Let's see, Bruce. Oh, you. I don't know if you got to see it, Bruce, but I did a holiday live stream on a Halloween live stream at the Ross House over in Bel Air, Ohio, and that was pretty sweet time. Pretty good time. If you get a chance, watch it. Picked up a lot of activity on the live stream.
Constance says they can mess with your equipment. No pictures. Except the one that told me to take a picture and it was standing right in front of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was strange. And we were just walking. Me and Mike were walking and it said, stop. Stopped and it said, take picture. I was like, all right. And I'll be damned.
That was that's where we went with Trapper before, over to that area. That was the same area, right? When we were walking along that ridge line heading towards that.
Yep.
That area. Yeah. Yep. That was a pretty interesting picture.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely see something distorted. Something was in it.
Something was definitely in it. And something definitely used the device and said, stop. So we were like, oh, okay. Just stopped. And it said, take picture. And we were like, and I'll be damned. I was going to delete it. You know, I was getting ready to delete it off. And I just seen a dark smudge, you know, on the pic thing on the camera. And I was like, what? Let me upload that. And I'll be damned.
All right, Heather. Thanks. Have a good night. We'll see you.
Thank you, Heather. But yeah, I mean, I would like to have a meet and greet, man. Before we end this, we got to have a meet and greet so we can talk about everything, because we talk about it here, they're going to take it down.
You know, we've been talking about having a meet and greet for last year. We talked about it.
Yeah.
Talked about the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I think we need to have that, you know, have a big cookout for everybody or something like that. You know?
Yeah. Just set a date and do it.
Yeah.
You know, if you come, you come. You don't, you don't.
Yeah, I think Daniel, what you're saying. I mean, for us, I think we're all pretty unique with our own vision and how we see things, and I think, you know, we all work together still, and our own uniqueness works pretty well together. So I think you know, we're pretty good with bringing something different that's different from anybody else. So yeah,
Right.
I definitely think that's one of our strengths.
Yeah, I think when we go out to these places, we don't try to overdo it. We do it our way, and we get stuff. We get proof, and it's because we're not trying to copycat anybody else. We're not trying to, we do it our way. We got Trapper tracking, gets on a print, he goes, we follow,
He's good.
work all the way behind him. We're doing our work behind him, and then all of a sudden, Trapper puts us on them. Or they're coming to us, or they're tracking us while Trapper's tracking them.
Yeah,
Going in circles.
Trappers fly down ravines. Oh my God, you can't keep up with Trapper.
Especially when he gets going like a hound dog.
Oh boy,
Bam, gone. He's gone.
That is the only reason I started the channel that I have, because everybody's wanted to see what was going on when you're saying, go get them. And, everybody wanted to see. That's the only reason the channel started,
Mhm.
so I could record me doing it. But
yeah. But I think that what we all bring to the table, how we do it, how we can change gears. If there's nothing there and it's paranormal, bam, we're helping Mike out. Vice versa. And, it's nice to get in an area and be able to determine that, and there's tons of, off film, we do a lot off film, that people don't get to see. It'd be so much, we could put a video up every day. But I think we all do a good job together. Nobody steps in nobody's toes, and just do your thing. Get out there. There's no wrong or right. You feel it? Let's do it.
Yeah, we always share and look over what each of us have captured and the experiences, and that helps with figuring out ways of things that we want to look for next time.
Yeah. I'm building an energy pump. I failed my last 2 times.
This is what, version 3? Is this version 3?
Yeah. My 3rd go at it. But I think I got it down pat now after the first 2 burnt out.
Bruce is saying we all need to keep doing it for 40 more years. Yeah. 40 more years.
Yeah.
We'll be going out in wheelchairs by then.
Yeah,
Blood tires on the wheelchairs.
See, or a drone that flies around.
Yeah. What would be really cool? Make one of those vehicles, like one of those overland vehicles, you can take anywhere and anywhere, like a Jeep, you jack up the Jeep real nice, and, like overland, and you can get really out there.
Yeah.
Out there far.
Yeah. We need to be on Discovery Channel so they can get us all kinds of equipment and vehicles.
And let other people film so we could be hands-free. That'd be great.
Oh, yeah. That'd be nice. Other people film so we can be hands-free. We can
do what we want to do.
Nice.
I've never heard of her, Daniel, the girl who goes into the woods by herself. Dark Adventures. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, there's quite a few out there. I don't know how they do it.
But doing this, you don't get to watch a lot of TV.
Yeah, I definitely.
It's you're going out and filming, and then you got to bring it back and edit, and then
work.
It's a lot.
I don't really look around too much to see what others are doing, but I did notice something that I picked up from someone I seen, and I noticed the technique that he was doing, and I saw a good demonstration of how to use an app, a different app, and how it worked. And I kind of was pretty compelled by that, and I adapted a little bit, and I switched up some of my equipment use. So I do like to catch some things though, because I see there's some content out there that, even though we're each doing our own different thing, there's some things, some tips and some information that's out there from others that I think after that experience, I agreed with what they thought. And especially after I started using the other equipment, I noticed results were pretty compelling. And, that's something I'm going to start trying to do a little bit more of.
Yeah. Any free time I get, I'm trying to catch up with everything. Like Mike, Bigfoot, his channel, and watching all the content that he does and everybody else in the list. And then it's back to the grind, then back to video editing, catching back up, and then back out. The wheel never stops turning. But it'd be nice, man, to have someone else film us hands-free and then do the editing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah. The editing is a big part. I hate editing.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have a channel.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim, man, you need to have a channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tin Man. Tin Man Expeditions.
Oh, that would be sweet.
It's
That
not
has
going to
a
work.
ring to it.
It's not going to work.
It does have a ring to it, doesn't it? Tin Man's Chronicles. The Chronicles by Tin Man.
Hey, Sharon. What's up?
Sharon, hello.
Hi, Sharon.
Oh, Daniel, yeah. They'll take it. They'll pull it right off your YouTube page. We all know that. They want your video. They'll take it. Tin Man has a few channels. Tin Man, you got a few channels?
I have videos, but what I originally did, I originally planned to just put them up for family, like if we were on vacation or something. And it's pretty boring. And some of my old trucking experiences broke down alongside the road. I don't think anybody would like that stuff. So.
Yeah, but
Have your own group called Tin Men. To be your group.
Yeah, the Tin Men.
Tin Men.
Yeah, it's funny.
But Sue and I, we did go Sasquatch.
Yes, I do, Bruce.
Down in Florida, we did get, you can get eye shine off alligators. So we did that when we were down there. Yeah.
That's how they find them at night and capture
That's how they hunt them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce, there was I think the last time we were at caves were I think anyways, my last caves video that I put up, I had it picked up. I think there was a few times at least, the whistling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was several times, and then you heard it too when we were in the cave. And you heard it, and I don't even remember if you heard it when I said it before then or not, but you heard it and my camera picked it up, and you're like, you kind of stopped and you're like, you hear that whistling? And it was like maybe a couple minutes after I was hearing the whistling too, outside the cave, and then inside we heard it again. So there was just some whistling that was coming from somewhere, but we don't know where it was coming from.
Ted, yes, we do. Absolutely. There's things out in those woods, wild animals that will want to eat you. We suggest that you take a gun safety course, but never go out without it, especially in a forest. Plus, you don't know what humans are out there, There are bad people in this world.
Yeah, I ran into some weirdos over in Helltown when I was first trying to find it. Just out nowhere, and just some strange people. Not that that's something to worry about, but in the back of your mind, it's like your situation where you're at. If you ever run into the wrong kind of person,
yeah,
want to be helpless, or people.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's anything to that cult anymore out there, but I mean, it was proven that there was a a cult there, over that whole incident that they had, that shootout.
How long ago was that, Mike?
I'd have to do a check on that. I don't remember the time. I think it was sometime in the 70s or 80s. I'd have to double check. Yeah.
But me and Mike ran into some homeless camps.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That, I tell you what, right then, I didn't have, me personally, I didn't have a sidearm on me. But when I first walked over, because I was split from you and I walked that way first and I seen it, I wanted to go check it out. But at the same time, I recognized that it looked like it had been a recent resident of probably some people who were living off the grid somewhere there. So I was kind of hesitant to really start walking around and checking it out.
Yeah.
So I kind of waited till you caught up with me because, all I had was like a tree knocker, but you never know, the element of surprise is not with me. It'll be, if there is anybody there that feels threatened by us, they got the surprise on us.
Right. Yeah, because they'll know the area better than us.
Yeah, and Trapper would know, you get out there on the trail and there's nobody. Well, 911 is not going to help you.
No. Nope. And you're usually when you're on a trail like that, you're far, far away from from the nearest help.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a coyote that wouldn't leave me alone. And I had to bust off a couple shots to get away from me. A couple times it got close. And that was strange, It was wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
But it was looking at me like food. And then I had to change its mind, and he went his way and I went mine. But usually, I tried tree knocking, everything, yelling, like, get out of here. And that thing just looked at me like, I'm going to eat Plumpy and Boots. I'm going to eat Mr. Plumpy over there. What kind of leather boots does he got on? But yeah, you got bears and stuff out there in the wild will come after you and eat you, and you got to be able to defend yourself.
When we had that bear tracking us, you remember? We didn't know what was tracking us, and I told you to keep going, and I'm going to turn around and track whatever's tracking us.
Yep.
And I came up on it, and I came right back to you, and I'm like, I just tracked a bear. And so we have to stay vigilant out here because there is a bear in the area.
Right.
Okay. It says in the 1960s.
60s.
I didn't get an exact date. 14 people were killed in the cult shooting compound in the 1960s.
Wow.
That's just some of the rough stuff that I found. It was some more detail in that documentary. There was more information about it there. But yeah, I was going to say, I know the town got forced out in the late 70s, so it had to be, it was sometime in that era. So 60s is what I found, but it said 14 people were shot during that altercation.
So let me get this right. So there was a cult in that town?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was off, I guess, like off the grid, maybe away from the rest, but I can't remember what got the FBI into it, but they ended up trying to force them out, and they were armed and didn't want to come out, didn't want to submit, and they ended up having a big shootout with the FBI and the sheriffs and stuff there.
Okay.
Yeah. But last night was fun.
Oh yeah, that's bumped up on my list. As soon as I get that done, edited, I want to get that up.
Salt Fork, check. Definitely going back there wintertime when the snow starts flying. Just remember, we don't stop because there's snow on the ground or tornadoes or thunderstorms or.
No, we're living proof of the tornadoes. Me and Mike was out there.
Trees falling all around us.
And you're like, oh, let's stop. I'm like, no, we don't stop. We keep moving.
The trees are coming down.
Yeah. I want to kind of look where I'm, the trees are falling and,
Yeah.
This week we're going live again. Definitely. We just had to catch up on some of the areas that we couldn't go live in and get video, and why it's still a little bit nice out. I mean, man, it was beautiful yesterday.
Yeah, sure was.
Until nighttime, and the weather dropped down to what, 30? I believe it was.
Yeah, when I got home at 3:00 this morning, it was like, I don't know, 31, 30, 31, something like that.
Yep, Sharon, absolutely. Yeah, but Helltown, check, going back. I mean, we got some good videos that we'll be dropping.
We got to go.
Ken Miller, hello, buddy. Thank you.
Was Beaver Creek, man. We got to go Beaver Creek Park. That's another one. That's on top. That's up there with Salt Fork from the legend.
And what's nice about Beaver Creek Park, we just got a call and we're allowed to stay in there 24 hours, whatever we want to do to film. They actually encourage it.
Yep. Yeah, that was good.
I was over by Beaver Creek not too long ago. I went out and I had to go check some property out for somebody, and I was right by Beaver. I saw the signs for Beaver Creek.
Yeah, some do, Daniel. Like some parks will let you stay till 11. Some might be 9. You just got to check. Some are 24 hours too. Depends on what kind of activities are there. Some of the hike and bike trails are 24 hours a day. And then some parks, if you want to contact them, like Beaver Creek, you can stay all night if you're filming.
Right.
If you for film, that was really good to read that. Like Jack said, that was posted on there because I guess it's a pretty famous place for filmographers and things. So they say if you're there to film, you can stay past 11 p.m.
Right.
So it just depends on the park, and you got to look them up and then make a call. Some of them will let you stay later.
Oh yeah, Bruce, they do. But yeah, Viv, I was working on getting a video up, but I'm going to drop that video for now and work on this new one, Salt Fork video, and get that up because that's a lot of footage, a lot of hours. Yeah. And get that up for y'all because y'all are going to love this. The time you're all done watching that, I'll have another one ready to drop right behind it. So a lot of good stuff. Mm-hmm. And definitely get a live in this week. Hoping the weather stays kind of nice.
Supposed to
be in the 50s. Yeah, heard in the 50s, no rain.
Not till Friday.
Yeah. I know I want to get back to the area where those screams were coming from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, we need to do. Go back to where that area where those screams were coming from. Just set our cameras up and sit down and see if it really just draws them in. Just makes them mad that we're there, just sitting there. Like, hey, how you doing down there? Oh, you're screaming.
I wouldn't mind taking you guys up to where I'm from, born and raised. I used to live. I grew up on a farm. There's an old thing there that that they spotted one in the 80s coming through there, in the creek. It's called Conneaut Creek. And then, by living on the farm, we always had weird experiences, which I passed over because back then I did not even think of these things. So I passed over. So I like take a trip up there. There's some places I know we can get into up there, especially down near the creek. And then the creek actually goes close to our farm up there. So I know we can get up in there. So I would like to have you guys go up there and see what we can find up there.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, it's not that.
Sounds good.
Not really, it's a couple-hour drive or hour and a half, couple-hour drive. And they also, they spotted that one like in there's a recent sighting. It's even on the BFRO report up at up at a park, a state park that's up there. They actually had one running down Route 90. Like Route 90 is a state highway, and it was running into the wood. It was in the woods, but it was running along the highway. That's actually, there's a BFR report on that. And also in Geneva State Park, there's reports on there too. I have connections all up in there, so I would love to get back up in there.
Sounds good. And we got the farm this winter.
Mm-hmm.
All to ourselves.
If we get a chance to go to Claim 4 sometime, I'd like to check that out. I haven't seen what that's like yet.
Yeah. I was in there not too long ago. Did some filming. I think I was on the phone with you, Trapper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cow Squatcher, what's going on?
Cognac Creek.
Yep, I was born and raised in that area, so yeah, I've done a lot of camping along the Cognac Creek, and I passed it off back then. I wasn't used to knowing what I know now, and I've heard a lot of people. So yeah, that's awesome. I like to get up on Cognac Creek.
Yeah, automatic cameras, trap cams.
I'll be right back. My son's calling me. Hang on.
All right.
All right. Hurry up because we're going to do a closer.
All right.
Yeah. A lot of good stuff coming up, though, man. A lot of good stuff we've done. Yep.
Yeah, every day's a new adventure. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Daniel, I had a nice camera out there that got smashed. I'm afraid to put the pictures up.
I wish that some of the subscribers could go out and try some of this and get back to us and let us know their results. And I challenge anybody watching right now to do that. And I know there's one lady that we had on here one time. We had like a group chat. She did that. And that was really interesting. She had some great stories.
Yeah.
So I challenge any of the viewers right now to do that and get back to us.
Yeah, I would love to see what you all get.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it would help us out to see what other areas they're doing that we can't get into right away.
Yeah,
That
so
would be
Joe,
awesome.
what you guys do?
Well, I do have to jump off. That was my son. If anybody has college kids out there, guys, I was there all day yesterday, and he didn't tell me to bring anything down. And his friends are heading back down to school because they came home to visit their family this weekend. And he needs a bunch of stuff to take down. So I need to get that ready for him. And they're stopping at the house here any minute.
Yeah.
So I do need to jump off, guys.
Yeah, I'm going to end this, though. Yep, Pat, you guys do go out. You guys do good work. We got to catch up with y'all. That, too. Ted, you got to get down here and go out with us.
Yes.
Or hit up Sally Joe and them. They go out, too. They do great work. Great stuff.
Yeah, Sally Joe's good.
Yep. Steve-O. Absolutely. Steve-O, aren't you in PA?
He's by Columbus, right? Steve-O? You said you're by Columbus? You're not. I guess you're not too far. A few hours.
No, I drive to. That's where my son goes to college at Ohio State. I'm down there all the time. It's not very far drive at all.
Right, George. Good night.
Good night, George.
Yeah. Yep. All right, y'all. So good video coming out. Salt Fork. I'm putting everything on hold. Working on that. I'll get that out in a day or two. Definitely going to go live this week. Mike, you're putting everything on hold and getting your Salt Fork out.
Oh, yeah.
I have 10 Man's footage. Trapper, you coming out this week with us?
Yes, I will be coming out this week.
All right.
I will be out definitely this week with y'all.
Good. I can't wait.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, this week I have really nothing going on. Again, Ohio State football for me is over. I'm not heading down there, except if like to take things down to him. But again, Thanksgiving's coming up. He's going to be home on break, so definitely this week I will be going out with y'all. Things are slowing down finally.
I'll pick up all the gifting stuff for the Screamers. Maybe we'll just dump it and we'll sit on it and see what we can't make mad. See if we can get them coming up to us. Get off the food.
Night, Pat.
All right, y'all. With that said, I'm Jack the cameraman.
I'm Trapper.
Tin Man.
An empty paranormal life.
We did 2 for 1, Trapper and I.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mike. I always have to.
That's right. We saved time.
Yeah, we did.
Okay,
right.
good night, everybody.
Everybody else have a great Sunday. We'll see you this week. And hey, man, OHIO, right?
OHIO.
You were there. They got to win. All right.
Yeah, it was a blowout.
All right. Be safe, everyone. God bless. Bye.
Bye, guys.